That was quick today. We got that done. We got that done fast. But great day for our kids out here. 13 guys working out. Proud of each one of them. I thought they really looked good. They did a great job training. There was no like, ooh, where's he been training? So I'm really proud of the way they prepared coming into this. Again, got a lot of great reviews from a lot of coaches, scouts, GMs, as far as how our guys performed today. And it's a great job operationally by everybody just, put this whole thing together. So thanks to all those folks. So questions?
Did Matt Rule remind you that you flipped this quarterback?
He did not. We didn't really talk about it. He's moved on, just like I did. I almost forgot that that's where he was committed. So there was no, nothing there.
Pat, what are the emotions like for you on a day like this to watch your guys you've been with for years, have a huge job interview here?
Right. Not much emotions. Emotions of, we're going to miss these guys. It's the last day of them preparing for football in that Pitt gear. They'll be wearing it on their own somewhere else, but to be here in this facility, putting on a show. So there's not much emotion there. The emotions come, draft is not easy for a coach. Just waiting and watching and going, geez. That's when, there's more stress that day for a coach, in my opinion, just waiting to see when it's going to be and what's going to happen and why is it taking so long. That's where I get stressed out. My wife tells me I have no patience, so that's probably why.
Pat, you guys always pride yourself on how aggressive your defensive backs are. This is now back-to-back years. Jason Pinnock comes in, has a huge pro day last year, got boosted his draft stock, and Damari had a really big day today. What did you see from him, and what does that say for you guys as cornerbacks?
It says a lot. Our defense is built around what those corners can do, as you guys know, and sometimes I know you get frustrated. Why are they pressing out there? The NFL loves it. Damari gave me a big hug over there, so I came here. I watch a lot of guys in the NFL. You watch Dane Jackson, how well he performed in the playoffs. And I have a text message, to and from him going back and forth. Like, I thought in the NFL was all about matchups, but they aren't matching up on you. They're throwing the other side. If you watched any game, they're throwing away from Dane Jackson. And you look at what Damari did today, and he's impressive. And you look at Avonte Maddox with Philadelphia and all the guys we have, and you talk JP, which I haven't had a chance to watch a lot of tape of the Jets, but he's going to be really good in the NFL. He's going to play for a long time in the NFL because he's smart, he's tough, he will hit you. He's a boundary corner. We usually put our best corner into the boundary because there's shorter throws and the ball is going to go that way. So he's tough, he's physical, he's got ball skills, and he can jump out of the roof, and he's really fast with that 4.39 that he ran in Indianapolis. So, he might be the most talented corner we've had come out here in 7 years.
What's it like for the current players to get to come out and see this big crowd around their old teammates today and all the attention around a pro day for them?
Yeah, I think it's good. I think they're looking forward to it. We said, hey, you got to go to class, so you can't miss class to attend pro day. So good thing it was finished up, or because we're going to check classes today for sure, make sure they're there. But I think they're excited. I think this is a dream for all these guys that play on our football team. So for all the young guys, to be able to go out there and watch and see what's going on, see what it's going to be like in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years down the line, it's an eye opener, and it's fun. That's where they all want to be.
Good for Jordan to get out there and catch some passes in front of scouts too.
It was, and again, just rule wise, he wouldn't have been out there if he hadn't missed a practice already. He missed the first Friday before spring break because he had to go to Tallahassee for the Blitnikoff Award. So by rule, for him to participate in this thing today, and all he did was catch 10 passes. We have it scripted for 10. I don't think it was 11. I hope it was 9, but I wasn't counting. About halfway through, I was like, is anybody counting these? I want to make sure it's just 10. But so he got his extra practice in, but he wouldn't have been able to do that. So you can watch him run down. He's waiting on that ball to get there. He's so fast.
How do you think Kenny threw today? A couple guys said that they think he's thrown harder today than he threw during the season.
I think he threw well. I thought who said that? Well, who's your source? Stovall. Oh, he threw it.
He should know.
Whose fault is it? Again, you got two different guys that haven't, been around each other for a couple months, and he's throwing a lot more balls to Jordan Addison than he has to Stovall, especially deep balls. But that's why Kenny really wanted Jordan out here, because he knows his deep balls, and we saw how many times they connected. And I don't think they, didn't connect today. Maybe that was Stovall and out and up down here. So I think Jordan maybe caught all his balls from what I saw as I was watching and talking. So I don't know if he's throwing harder or someone was running slower, but it takes timing. And, just like 2020 season, I mean, it takes timing, and you don't get it in a day or a week. It takes a year, and it's a lot of hard work that Kenny and the receivers have put in through the years, and that's why Kenny's where he is, and that's why our receivers are where they are.
How much and in what ways does having guys have pro success help your program going forward?
It helps a lot. I think you guys asked us maybe around the signing date back in December about helping your recruiting class. This helps. Kenny's success and Jordan Addison's success, Pitt's success, ACC championships, all that stuff affects recruiting. We had more guys out at a Saturday practice this year, this last weekend than we ever have, probably. More guys that we've offered. It was like a big time crew. So that's when you start to see it, and you hope it just kind of builds off of that.
Kenny has always been like a shining example of your 24-hour rule and staying focused, blocking out the noise. What kind of things have you talked to him about blocking out the noise throughout this process? Because you're not preparing for a game every week. It's a different kind of way to train.
Chris, it's not my job. After that championship game, he's on his own. So I try to stay away from that mental part of it. That's his people. That's Tony's job. That's his agent's job to get him prepared. That's the next step. And what you don't want to do as a head coach is to overstep and throw your thoughts. And then he's got too many cooks in the kitchen. And I'm not going to be the guy to spoil the soup. That wedding soup is going to taste good, and he's got plenty of people giving him things to do and what to do and how to do it. So we'll let them take care of it after he finished playing his last game here.
What do you make of that microscope, though, that he's under? All the draft prospects are, but I feel like Kenny being a quarterback, one of the top guys.
Yeah. Hey, that's the way it is. That's the name of the game is you're going to be under that microscope. They're going to analyze everything. I'm sure they were looking at his feet size today and looking at everything involved. So, but they know that's what we tell them it's going to be when they get here, and that's what's good for all these young guys to watch how it's done, how quiet it is here. It's like I told our team before we came out here, I had a 7:00 meeting, team meeting before they watched tape with their position coaches of practice on Saturday. That hey, this is a business now. Let those guys be. It's business, and someday you'll be there. But this is not like a normal practice on a Thursday or Wednesday. This is business out here for these guys. So it's let them do their job. You can have fun afterwards.
Eddie dealt with injury, but Lucas Kroll, how far has he come? Obviously named a captain for the bowl game. And what did he mean in that one healthy year that he had with you?
Yeah, I was impressed with him. And again, I think the sky is the limit for Lucas. I mean, you look at he's played 2 seasons at Pitt, didn't get a whole lot of playing time at Florida. He's big, he's athletic, he can run. I mean, I've heard 4.5s over there, I heard 4.6. He had 40 watches on him, but so everybody's got different. I haven't heard the official time that they get together and talk about what is the official time for him today. But he's tall, he's a huge target. Quarterbacks want that. And again, to me, he's like a guy that played 2 years of college football and is going to the NFL. He's still got a lot of learning to do. He's a man. He's athletic. I mean, he can do it all. He's going to make somebody really happy, I think.